Okay, abusuaba makwa bill edeba Ghana politics avenue so. Abusuya ye bisa o. NPP PC Akua Afriyie ya sake no Afri NPP mu ana. Ode nsem bia ba betudwa. But ye bisa say Akua Afriyie obu NPP mra so. NPP for Justin Kudua edeba tudwa say omo aboy kote Ablekuma North rerun of elections no. Ono wase wonte ase na ono obekọ akwa abato no ho adwuma no ye bisa say NPP for apamona na momme yenko na yenkonko tie ensema so unsubscribe ya subscribe like na share ma afofron so ensa into me enkabi, and don't forget to click on your notification bell send be ya any updates bia ebebe bia no yenso ye de be political trending stories abusia enam highway ne subia no Ghana politics avenue so NHS ye de bebremo subscribe na yenko na yenkonko tie medamase
for having me here.
I'm glad you're here. Your decision to participate in Akroma North is in direct defiance of your party stance. And the question on my mind is why exactly?
I don't think so in the first place. That is, I don't think so. Secondly, yes, thank you once again. Secondly, my party is aware of the outcome of the election, the 7th December election. My party was part of the coalition. My party was part of the processes that we've gone through. My party is aware of the trauma I have gone through. After somebody trying to just, in other words, squeeze your hand and take what belongs to you from you. And so we have gone through all this together. And at a crossroad, what we were thinking, or what was needed to be done, was for the Electoral Commission to complete its process. And in between the process, it was truncated by the NDC. Ballot papers were burnt, torn, people were beaten when they realized that Akuffo had won. And what it is that all these processes I went through, not alone, with my party. They were always there. And so if it gets to a stage that the Electoral Commission is saying that now it's no more 3 pink sheets after 5 months, after 7 months. We've stayed at 3 pink sheets or 3 polling stations for over 5 months. And the coalition was so transparent between the two parties. And so what changed? My question is, what changed? Is it because I am not in government? And so I'm fighting for my right. I won. And so if my party says I'm not taking part, I am still NPP. And my party will support me. Trust me.
Will they? Are you sure?
Oh,
because you were selected and endorsed by the NPP. Now that you're defying their directive, what would that mean for you? Are you still a candidate of the NPP?
Have you seen any letter that the NPP has just sacked me from the party? Have you seen any letter like that? No. So we are talking of principles. On principle grounds, I won. But my party's principle is that under normal circumstances, if somebody is trying to take what belongs to you, the only place you sought for a redress is the court, isn't it? And I trust that so much, that is the right way to go.
In less than 24 hours, voters in the Akroma North constituency will return to the polls in a rerun of the parliamentary election, an attempt to resolve the controversy that followed a failed collation process. The Electoral Commission ordered a rerun in 19 polling stations after the initial results were rendered inconclusive. However, with just hours to go, questions remain about the Commission's readiness ahead of Friday's vote. Meanwhile, the New Patriotic Party has announced its decision to boycott the election. But in a surprising twist, the opposition NDC says the NPP's claims are misleading, adding that the ruling party is actively engaged in door-to-door campaigning across the constituency. I think they mean that the NPP is engaged in a door-to-door campaigning. Here's the report from James Aveji.
From several coalition attempts to entrench positions by the two political parties on whether or not to rerun the election, the Electoral Commission finally took a decision on a rerun, even against their own promise to Ghanaians and MPs. The NPP, days after the EC's announcement, held a press conference and their position was clear.
That under no circumstances will we be intimidated. Never! Yes. Under no circumstances will we be coerced to go for a rerun. We will not go for any rerun. The new Patriotic Party will not go for any rerun. We have won the elections. We have won the elections.
But the NDC, 24 hours to the election, is raising serious allegations, accusing the NPP of being deceitful, because according to them, the NPP is engrossed in full-blown door-to-door campaign in the constituency. Rashid Tanko Computer is Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the NDC.
Do you know that they are subtly participating in the election?
How?
This evening, the ballot papers, after it was printed, they are sent to the police station. I'm speaking on authority. Their officers were there to check the ballot papers.
But that would be a contradiction of what the General Secretary told me yesterday.
That's what I'm saying.
I asked the question, he said he was aware of the letter the EC wrote to them, but they are not going to be
participating. I am telling you that
monitoring.
These people, if you listen to them, prepare your coffin very well. I know what they can do. NPP. Since yesterday, they were campaigning. I was with my national chairman, General Seydou Ketia, in the constituency. We crossfire with them around 11 p.m., the NPP. In the constituency, they'll come and sit on platform like this and chant that they are not participating. On the ground, they are there doing door-to-door. This evening, my colleague, you can put him on record, Mahdi Jibril, he's my other Deputy Director of Election. He policed the ballot papers to the police station at Akroma North. NPP officers were there.
His allegation is, however, rejected by Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, Haruna Mohammed.
None of our officers is on site. And
are you sure, though?
He has not provided any evidence.
Yeah, I mean,
he just made a comment. And I'm telling you that none of our officers under instruction has gone to supervise anything in Akroma North.
But what others find worrying is the Electoral Commission's inability to update the public on the process so far. Per convention, the EC would have held a number of press conferences to update the public on their activities, including printing of ballot, security situations, and the general readiness ahead of the election day. It is still unclear whether the EC will issue a statement or hold a press conference before Friday, July 11, 2025. James Savage's report for Joy News.
Let's stay on this a bit longer because there appears to be some opposition to the NPP's boycott of the election, even from within the party. And my colleague Nana Boakye Addo joins me in studio for more details on this. And Nana, we know the MP for Mpraiso has been speaking on the matter. Exactly what's his point?
So for the MP from Mpraiso, he's standing categorically against the party's decision not to participate in the Akroma North election, which is just barely 24 hours from now. He made some claims that this is the party's stronghold, and then the 19 polling stations in contention have been won by the party since 2020. And so it is not right for the party to resist or refuse to go into the election tomorrow. So very vehemently refusing.
So he thinks that they should go to the polls tomorrow. Is he the only one who holds this view?
So he is not the only one who holds this view. Kennedy Japan, who was a flag bearer aspirant in the party's primaries last year, has also
made a statement. He was on a news show this morning, and he stated the same thing, that the party must not leave the candidate behind. They must go into the contest tomorrow and then support the candidate.
I mean, to make it make sense, I would ask, why are they holding this position? Because the entire party and some members of the leadership of the party are saying don't go for a rerun. So how does it make sense?
So for these people who are agreeing with the party's position or the party itself, the leadership, they believe that the EC hasn't been fair to them. But for those who are opposing the party's decision, with the fact that they've been able to win these 19 polling stations in contention in previous elections, it is only fair to go into the election and not give the NDC an easy run.
That's to say that the NPP has always won the elections in that particular constituency.
Since 1996, this has been the stronghold of the NPP. It was held by Kwame Battles, and then Sheila Battles came to have it, and then Nana Akua also came to unseat Sheila Battles and then took over. And so this has become an NPP stronghold since 1996.
Well, it's just 24 hours to the time, and let's see how that all pans out. But I still want to give you more details on this. And Nana Bochidankwa-Yadom, thanks for joining us. So my colleague Jacqueline Ansoma-Yeboah is on grounds, and she joins me live with more details. Jackie, you've been interacting with the voters. What more are you picking up in terms of their preparedness for tomorrow?
I didn't really hear you well, but I'm live at a Black Woman of constituency. To be precise, I'm in front of the secretariat of the NPP parliamentary candidate, that is Afriyie. Now, we had been gathering information earlier when I was speaking to most of the voters. What they had been sharing was that they've seen both political parties, NPP and the NDC, move out to campaign, especially NDC this morning. But I'm here with one of the members of the Friends of Afriyie. You were making some revelations earlier as to why you were still going ahead to participate in the rerun.
And I'm not the one that made the revelation, but you have seen it yourself because we were inside. But we came out, you see all these people. We are not imported from anywhere. They live in Ablekmonov. They know which candidate will win the election and help them. Electoral Commission and the NDC trying to deny that candidate. And they said that even if Electoral Commission won, we should go to the rerun of all Ablekmonov, the 281 police stations, but they will still make sure that they vote for Akuffo to win the election. So it's not a magic or something. We are not doing that. But right now, what I'm saying that is that the party has made it clear to the whole world that they are not partaking in the election. But Friends of Afriyie, they are on the grounds working for Akuffo to become their MP. So if the party said no, but if the people said they want, what will you say? It's by the doing of God. And I know, inshallah, what they are doing, by tomorrow, Akuffo will become the victory. Akuffo will become the MP. So you people shouldn't worry.
What we want to make sure or find out is that even though the party says that they are still not supporting, the Friends of Afriyie, they are still out here campaigning.
They even told me, as the party organizer, that, look at my eyes, I was even somewhere sleeping, and they told me that I should come. They want me. When I came, they told me that, look, if I'm not going out, but they will go out and make sure that Akuffo win. So I should sit down. They will bring the victory for NPP here. And this is not a party office. As a party office, I'm supposed to be the party office. This is a Akuffo private office. You understand? But they told me that, look, don't worry. We are going to make Akuffo the victorious tomorrow election. And I'm sure tomorrow all of you will be at the coalition center.
We can confidently say that still Afriyie is contested.
My advice to the NPP supporters all over the 19 police stations that they are voting, they should come out boldly without any fears. Nobody is going to do anybody anything. They should come and vote, and we'll make sure their votes are counted. Their vote will be counted.
All right, so,
yes.
Thank you very much, sir. And sorry, your name?
My name is Alhaji Abubakar Brahma.
Right, sure. So that's Alhaji, and he's given us what is transpiring here. When we got here earlier, you couldn't meet her. We heard that she had stepped out herself, but we saw a lot of people still gathering in front of the residence, and they addressed us earlier, and he just gave a brief as to what is happening right now. So from the look of things here in Ablekuma North constituency, Afriyie is running, but what we're also hearing is that there's no support from the party's leadership, but these are friends, these are people supporting. And also, during my conversation with the voters earlier, I've been to a couple of 2 polling stations, another part in the Ablekuma North constituency. And what I'm gathering is that most of them, they have seen that they've seen the NDC campaigning for some weeks now, but it was just this morning that they've seen a lot of NPP party members campaigning. We also saw some NDC campaigners also on the ground campaigning vigorously. So that is the situation here inside Ablekuma North. But then let me also move to the other side to still engage more of the people here inside the Ablekuma North constituency to find out if she is, she's aware. You are aware of the elections tomorrow?
Yes, please.
Okay. And have you seen any of the political parties campaigning?
Yes. Yes, I've seen that the NPP members, they are doing their campaign. And I've seen one and two people of the NDC to doing campaign in our area here.
Okay. Now, personally, you voted in the last election. How did you feel knowing very well that you went to queue vote and now you have to go and vote again?
Oh, personally, it's normal. These things do happen. So I've taken it in a cool way. It's normal.
All right. So what are your expectations ahead of tomorrow's election?
Oh, I wish the best party wins.
Okay. All right. So this and many more has been the reaction that we have been getting from most of the voters, constituents inside Ablekuma North. You can see right behind me most of these young men in here. We are still live on Joy News.
Asafo Chami Jajelo the first. Yeah. The whole general. General. Yama mitane one. They all say election. La yewi election. So ban say on party or power and some person we are. Fine. They are two. Se some say vote bio. Ya ja tu say vote. Until they all say down. Say mama winning. Number yes, say some be kwa be ku. Ye be ku pa o.
Na mo polling stations na can ochino mo vote no cause 90.
90 enya can be Pentecost can be Pentecost other country man Pentecost for ne kasan.
So let me just paraphrase real quick what
Okay, abusia we ne ensema ekoso ewo political highway ne so Ablekuma North abato no abusia there is much interesting moment ahead. Moon stay tuned. You better drop any info bia ebekoso political highway ne so Friday na say abato ne ekoso na the ekoso bia no yen so ya make sure say the bebrem on subscribe like and share ma afofron so ensa into me enkabi madam ase.